Most men don't lose after a divorce immediately. They lose slowly. Not because they're weak, not because they're emotional, but because they misunderstand what's happening after the relationship ends. They think the breakup is over. They think the war is finished. It's not. After a separation, your ex doesn't just move on. She goes through very specific psychological stages, and every stage is a test. If you respond the wrong way, you don't heal, you don't protect your position, and you don't protect your children. You hand everything back without realizing it. This video is not about revenge. It's not about getting her back. It's about understanding why silence disturbs her, why kindness is often manipulation, and why the moment you start explaining yourself, you lose leverage. If you're a man between 30 and 45, and you're in a relationship crisis, separation, or divorce, listen carefully. Because once you understand the stages, her behavior stops confusing you. And confusion is what keeps men stuck. The first stage always looks the same. Your ex suddenly becomes polite. She asks how you're doing, what you're working on, how life is going. Sometimes she offers help, sometimes coffee, sometimes just friendly conversation. Inside you, hope appears. You start thinking, maybe she regrets it. Maybe she understands now. Maybe this means something. It doesn't. This is not warmth. This is cleanup. She betrayed the relationship, and when you pulled away, emotionally, verbally, psychologically, she felt it. Every short answer you give her reminds her of what she did, and that reminder is uncomfortable. So she tries to smooth the situation. She says, "Let's stay civilized. There's no reason to make drama. We should communicate normally for the kids. Maybe we can even be friends." Translated honestly, this means, I want to destroy the relationship and still feel like a good person. If you fall for this and start communicating as if nothing happened, you give her what she wants. Relief from guilt. Distance is not cruelty. Distance is consequences. You don't argue. You don't explain. You answer briefly. You are not her emotional support. You are not her friend. You are her ex-husband. When she realizes friendliness doesn't work, the tone changes. Now comes pressure. She may say, "Your behavior is hurting the kids. They're suffering because of you. You're being cold and immature." This is manipulation. Children don't suffer from distance. They suffer from broken families. And if she truly cared about the children being okay, there would be one solution: fix the family. But she doesn't want responsibility. She wants emotional relief. Sometimes she uses the kids directly. "Wouldn't you be happy if dad came back?" Of course, the child says yes. Children want both parents. That doesn't erase betrayal. She may accuse you of acting like a child. Your response is simple: "I'm acting like someone who was betrayed." No arguments. No defending yourself against nonsense. The moment you debate absurd accusations, you legitimize them. Nonsense gets ignored, not discussed. When guilt doesn't work, aggression appears. Anger, blame, absurd accusations. "You were terrible for years. You ruined my life. I suffered the whole relationship." She's not crazy. She's provoking. She wants you to justify yourself. The moment you start explaining, you accept her right to judge you. And once you accept that, you lose position. Silence is not weakness. Silence is structure. Aggression means one thing: your distance is working. Eventually, another man appears, and suddenly, calm. She becomes neutral, sometimes polite, sometimes even friendly. Why? Because her emotional center has shifted. You are no longer the mirror. But here's the truth most men miss. You don't know her anymore. When a woman falls in love, she adapts. She absorbs the worldview, habits, and values of the man she's with. Same woman, different personality. If her emotions toward you fluctuate, it's not about you. It reflects what's happening in her new relationship. Anger means disappointment there. Silence means things are fine there. Warmth means instability there. Here's the part no one prepares men for. After divorce, a man receives zero sympathy from the woman he shared his life with. Your pain irritates her. Your sadness angers her. Why? Because in the story of divorce, there can be only one victim, and that role is already taken. Your tears threaten her narrative. As long as you are alive, calm, and emotionally stable, you are dangerous. You carry the truth. That's why distance matters. Not revenge, not anger, distance. Time settles accounts better than aggression ever could. Stay calm, stay firm, say less, and let reality do what it always does.